So hi guys, I am your Nithilan Dhandapani. So today we are going to see about the time duration of a death. Okay, so it may seem like a grim reaper video, but still Siddharhal has given a time chart that if a body reacts in certain way or if a breathing reacts in a certain way, there is a given period of time that our death will come to us. Okay, so this content is given by Siddhar Thirumoolar. He is a very prominent one in his book Karukidai Vaithyam Aranooru. Okay, so in his book he has mentioned the indications or the reactions of body that is going to show out, and if that kind of reactions is being seen in a body, there is a time stamp, there is a duration on that particular time our death will occur. Okay, so I'll read out the song which is in Tamil and I'll give the explanation for it. Okay, so the first song, உரைத்த நாசி உறுதி குறிகேளு விரைத்திட பிங்களை விடாதோடில் 3 நாள் இறைத்த சடம் ஆண்டில் எய்திடும் ஆகாசம் பரத்தில் 2 நாள் பளியிரண்டு ஆண்டொன்றே. Okay, so the explanation for this song is, say before going to the explanation we should know this basic thing. If we breathe through our right side nostril, the name of the breathing in the right side nostril is called as Surya Kalai or Pingalai. Okay, the left nostril breathing is called as Chandra Kalai or Ida Kalai. Okay, so we should keep this in mind. And the explanation of this song is, if a human being breathes through his right side nostril continuously for 3 days, meaning that if a human being breathes only through his right side nostril continuously for 3 days, that particular person will be dead in 1 year. If a human being breathes through his right side nostril continuously for 2 days, he will be dead in 2 years. Okay, this is the explanation of this song. And the next song is that எண்ணி இருநாள் இயங்கிடில் பிங்களை தன்னிய மூவாண்டில் தப்பாது மரணம் ஒன்னிய பயத்தில் ஓட்டிடில் 10 நாள் மன்னிய மதியாரில் மரிப்பான் குறியாதே. So if a human being breathes through his right side nostril continuously for 1 full day, he will be dead within 3 years. Okay, and if the same happens for 10 days, meaning if a human being breathes through his right side nostril continuously for 10 days, he will be dead in the next 6 months. So this is the explanation of that song. And the next song is குறிகேளு மூக்கன்றி குளவாய் வழியோடில் மரிகேளு 3 நாள் மரித்திடுவன தப்பாது தெரிகேளு மும்மலமும் திரண்டு மிக்க குறைந்துவரில் பரிவாடு பட்சமதில் பார் உயிர்தான் தப்பாது. Say, if a human being cannot breathe through both side of his nostrils, if he is breathing only through his mouth, he will be dead in the next 3 days. Meaning, if the nasal part is entirely blocked, he couldn't breathe through his nose, his breath is only happening through his mouth, that person will be dead in the next 3 days. And if a person say mummalam or the alku means the dirty things, okay, so any excretions our body is going to give away, that is feces, urination and the sweat. Okay, if these 3 is not functioning properly, meaning that if he is sweating very less, if very less urination is coming and if very less amount of feces is coming, that person will be dead in the next 15 days. Okay, so if these 3 reduces excreting from our body, that person will be dead in the next 15 days. And the next song is தப்பாது வாய் நீர்தான் தாக்கில் தன் மேல் வழிலே ஒப்பாது தனுமறைய ஒழித்திடுவன் மதியாரில் செப்பாக தானிருக்க சேர்ந்த நிழல் ஐந்திடினும் அப்பாகேள் சாவு நிச்சயம் அறிந்து கற்பம் கொண்டிட. Say, if the saliva is over secreting and he couldn't swallow the saliva, if the saliva is coming out of his mouth profusely, he cannot control the salivary glands, meaning that his saliva is secreting too much, and if it's coming out of the mouth beyond his control, that kind of person or a sick person will be dead within the next 6 months. Okay, and if a human being cannot see his own shadow, if a human being cannot see his own shadow, he will be dead in the next ஐந்து நாழிகை. ஐந்து means 5, நாழிகை means 24 minutes. One நாழிகை is 24 minutes, so 24 into 5 is 120 minutes, meaning that if a person who cannot see his own shadow, he will be dead in the next 2 hours. Next song. கொண்டிடும் தோஷ குறி சொன்னார் என்னந்தி தண்டும் உதடும் தனிப்பள்ளும் நாக்கொன்றாம் மண்டிடும் தூதுவளமாய் கருப்பேரில் ஓராண்டுமே ஆறானால் உறுதியாய் சாவானே. Say, my guru has said this instructions to me. Say, if a person's lips, his teeth, his tongue and his semen, if all these, it can either be considered as semen or his body. Okay, if this turns all of a sudden black, his teeth, his tongue, his lips and his either body or his semen, if it turns abruptly black, that kind of that person will be dead in the next 6 days. Okay, so and the next song is urudiyam pittam udambu ilaipadam பொருதியாம் தூளிக்கில் போவான் மதியொன்றில் அருதியாம் ஐயம் அஸ்தி உலர்த்துமே உறுதியோர் மதியில் ஓங்கிடுஞ் சீவனே. If the pittam, that is mummalam is vadam, pittam and kabam, if the pittam is increased in his body and if he gets so thin abruptly, you know, a person will not get so thin in a very short period of time, because only a sick person will lose all his fat and become so thin. So if the pittam is increased and if his body is getting very thin abruptly, that kind of person will be dead in the next 1 month. Okay, and if the kabam, it gets increased and if all the bone structures gets so weak or so brittle, that person will be dead in the next 1 month. Okay, so and the final song is சீவகளையாய் சேர்ந்திடும் நாடியில் ஆவக்கரம் வைத்து அழுத்திடும் தமிழேறும் தாவொத்து மேல் நோக்கில் சாகான் ஒரு நாளும் பாவொத்து கீழ்நோக்கில் பதையாமல் சாவானே. See, our soul gets resided in all our nervous systems. Our doctors would check our pulse, right? So in Tamil medicinal system that is called as Siddha Maruthuvam, they'll keep 3 hands in our hand. They'll test for vadam, pittam and kabam. So all the 3, English medicine checks only 1 pulse, but Tamil medicine checks all the 3 pulse in the same place. So there is a measurement on how it should be functioning. So our soul resides in our nervous system. So if that nervous system, when we are going to check our nervous system, if that nerves are pumping very high, okay, that person is very healthy. If the nervous system is not functioning very well, if that pumping is very low, if we couldn't find that much amount of force in the nervous system, that person is 100% is going to die for sure. So this is all the indications that is given by Siddhar Thirumoolar in his book Karukidai Vaithyam Aranur. There are 600 songs written by him, a complete medicine book. Okay, so I hope this video is I know it's grim reapy, but it's also informative. Do share if you really like this video, give a thumbs up and do comment whatever that you feel, and do check all other videos in our channel, and share our videos and share our channel to your friends and family members. Ask them to subscribe, and if anyone watching this video without subscribing, do subscribe and click that bell button. We'll continuously see lots of informative videos given by our ancient scientist Siddhargal, and we'll get to know lots of knowledge about the Tamil culture, right? Okay, so until we meet next, so this is Nithilan Dhandapani signing off. Nandri, Vanakkam.